Question number 1. Which molecule is not classified as an organic molecule? The answer is E, water, because it does not contain carbon in it. Question number 2. Nitrogen has blank valence electrons. Nitrogen usually forms blank bonds in organic molecules. Enter your answer as whole numbers. Do not include units in your answer. The answer to part 1, nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. That Lewis dot structure has 3 unpaired electrons, therefore nitrogen usually forms 3 bonds in organic molecules. Question number 3. The molecular formula of the compound below is C blank H blank. Enter your answers as whole numbers. Do not include chemical symbols in your answers. Blank number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 carbon atoms. Hydrogen atoms, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 14, 16. There are 16 hydrogen atoms. Question number 4. Count the number of implied hydrogen atoms bonded to the indicated carbon atoms in tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. Enter your answers as whole numbers. Do not include units in your answer. Check that you put the right value with the right carbon. Scroll down to see the order for the answers. Pay close attention to the indicated carbons. Carbon number 1. There are 3 implied hydrogen atoms. Carbon number 2. There are 2 implied hydrogen atoms, or implicit hydrogen atoms. Carbon number 3. There are 0 implied carbon atoms. Four bonds are shown. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 0 hydrogens. 2 bonds are shown. 2 implied hydrogen atoms. 1 bond is shown. 3 implied hydrogen atoms. Question number 5. What is the condensed formula of the molecule below? Scroll down to ensure you see the entire molecule. That's a warning for when you take this on ExamSoft. Just make sure that you view the entire molecule. Some of them are quite large. The process. You've got let me mark very well. 2 CH3s on that bonded carbon. 2 CH3s on that bonded carbon. So we've got CH3 3, 2 of them, if we go from left to right, on a CH. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 3. So 1, 2, 3 CH2s. Oh. Three of them. And then another CH with 2 CH3s bonded directly to it. That's the formula. So strategy for this is to actually try and draw it. The answer is B. CH3, 2 of them, a CH, 3 CH2s in a row, a CH, CH3 with 2 of them. Match things up. Question number 6. Predict the shape around the indicated atoms in caffeine pictured below. Choose between linear, bent, tetrahedral, trigonal-planar, trigonal-pyramidal. Scroll down to see the order of the answers. Okay, if we're entering this for the play posit, make sure you spell things correctly. Okay, use these spellings. So, C1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 groups, 3 atoms, no lone pairs, trigonal planar. C2, 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, 4 atoms, no lone pairs. That is tetrahedral. N1, so here, so that's 1, 1, 2 atoms, 1 lone pair. 2 atoms, 1 lone pair. That is a bent geometry. Question number 7. Answer the following questions about dichloroacetylene pictured below. How many polar bonds does dichloroacetylene possess? Blank 1. Blank 2. Is dichloroacetylene polar or nonpolar? Enter your answers whole numbers for the appropriate blank, and do not include units in your answers. Blank number 1, polar bonds, there are 2. Carbon-chlorine bond is polar. It's a linear geometry. They're pointing in, they're equal bonds, carbon-chlorine single bonds, but they're pointing in the exact opposite directions. Therefore, it's molecule is non-polar. Question number 8. Identify the two indicated functional groups in THC. So the functional group here, the functional group here. Those two. Notice there's no choices given here. So you've got to know the functional groups. You have to know them inside and out. Whether the names are given is a courtesy. So functional group 1 is an alkene. Carbon-carbon double bond is an alkene functionality. Functional group 2 is an ether. Those are the two indicated functional groups. Okay, another functional group question, question number 9. Identify the two indicated functional groups in phenylalanine, an amino acid. Functional group 1, functional group 2. Functional group 1 is an amine. It's a little tricky, but the nitrogen is bonded to a carbon. Okay, it is not directly bonded to a carbonyl. Carbonyl is one position away, so it's an amine. Functional group 2, carbonyl, an OH group next to it, that is a carboxylic acid. Question number 10. The number of carbon atoms in a heptyl group is blank. Enter your answer as a whole number. Do not include units in your answer. You have to memorize the names for carbon chains or carbon groups from 1 through 10. Heptyl corresponds with the number 7. Question number 11. The longest continuous carbon chain in the molecule below is blank carbons long. Enter your answer as a whole number. Do not include units in your answer. In other words, do not write carbon, just the whole number. So if I'm starting on, there's 4 different places you could start. Here, 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 or here. So the rule is start where you have the most carbon. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Start where you have the most carbon before you have a bridge or an intersection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I could go to the right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So right or left for the longest carbon chain, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Count that. So 6, 7, 8. So the longest continuous carbon chain is 8 carbons long.